As a human being, what do we think a lot to do? Thinking a lot is a headache. Thinking a lot is a fatigue. Thinking too much is a worry. Why don't we find something to do? We only have this life. When it's over, we can't go back. When it's gone, we can't find it. Everyone has a very short life. Life is worth more than money, more precious than gold, so don't waste it. Don't think too much. Cherish what's in front of you. Live a day, know a day. Spend a day, know a day. We can't predict what will happen 1 minute later. We don't know who will leave first, who will leave first. The people you care about, or the people who care about you, are just the staff in this life. When it's gone, you can't be sure you'll see them again. So think a lot to do what? Don't pay too much attention to what others say. Take it easy on the small things. Turn your frustration into motivation. See failure as a lesson. Then continue on your path and do your job. You know, it's not just you. Everyone has to be compassionate, strong, experienced, and mature. Life is hard, but you have to face it. You have to get through it, no matter how hard it is. Remember, everyone has their own difficulties. So just try to be patient. Life is not too long, it's not too short. To live a day is to be blessed. Cherish every moment, because time will never come back once it's gone. It's not necessary to be self-righteous. When the earth moves, everyone has to follow it. Since ancient times, people have never had a good ending. So, no matter how hard it is, you have to be humble. Live your life to the fullest. Do your job well. If it's gold, everything will shine.
Don't forget to smile when you're upset. You have to pay attention to your temper when you're in a hurry. Don't forget to be patient when you're suffering. When you're tired, don't forget to love yourself. Life is simple, but it's the happiest life. When you're content, you'll be happy. When you're generous, you'll be forgiving. Love is not too complicated. When you're heavy-hearted, you'll be tired. You have to get rid of your memories. You have to get rid of the people and the uncomfortable feelings in your heart. Get rid of them all. A person can live a day because he or she has a precious moment. Life is short. Don't let yourself regret. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Sadness ends in a day, but happiness ends in a day too. Don't let your mind wander. Your body and mind are not comfortable. If you know how to let go of some things, you'll feel comfortable. Some people remember deeply, but they're not happy. A little bit of pain, a little bit of pain. In the end, it's just to help you meditate. Life is short. Train yourself to be gentle. The rain and the wind of life help you keep a smile on your face. Life is empathy and understanding. It brings joy to your heart. Slowly it disintegrates. Slowly it disintegrates. Life is not if, it's only result. You can't find the past. If you can go back, it's not perfect. You don't need to admire what belongs to others. As long as you try, you'll achieve it. You don't need to boast about what you have, because others can achieve it too. A little bit of joy, a little bit of pain, whether you're rich or poor, whether you're high or low, whether you're old or old, as long as you're happy, smiling, tired or not, that's how you live your life. Life is empathy and understanding. It's like the clouds in the sky. Emotions come and go. You're not an emotion. Why are you so sad? Emotions come and go. When sadness is like the sun, life is fragile and sad.
Why are you so sad? We choose to be sincere and speak frankly because we know that the words we say are wrong and wrong with our conscience, and we only use them to deal with the situation. Only true conversation and sincere words, only then can we truly solve all problems and not leave any consequences. We value the meaning of love, not because we're lazy, but because we don't necessarily have to waste our precious time between us. We choose to be kind, not because we are weak, but because we understand that kindness is the original nature of human beings. A kind and open-minded person should not seek the path of evil, because evil will always have a reward. We choose to be foolish, not because we are truly foolish, but because we understand that in the face of misunderstanding, hatred, and disgust, we should not be so calculating. We should not simply be smiles and look politely to others. Sometimes we pretend to be stupid, not really stupid, but just want to give the other person one more chance. We choose to look, not because we are stupid, but because we understand that a look is wisdom. Looking a little, we live in peace and quiet. Looking a little, we see the vast ocean. We choose to look, not because we are stupid, but because we understand that a look is one of the most beautiful virtues in life. It's never wrong. We choose to look for another reason, not because we don't hold a position, but because we understand that everything should not be done for the best. Life is full of many things. Whether we want it or not, they still exist. However, when faced with life, how we live is the most important thing. Let the mind be closed. Let the mind be closed. Let the mind be closed. In life, we should learn how to change our position, how to think for others. Usually, if you want to achieve something, you have to know how to let it go first. If you want someone to sympathize with you, you need to be tolerant. If you want someone to care about you, you need to learn how to appreciate. If you want someone to respect you, you need to have self-respect. Work should have empathy. If you think about other people's difficulties, they will also care about your problems. If you help others when they need you, you will definitely get a good response.
People are not the same as each other, so they can never understand each other. There are things that you feel simple, but the other person feels a lot of pressure. There are many things that you think are not worth mentioning, but you can't forget. We are not them, so we don't have the same point of view. There are many different ways of thinking, so when you interact with others, the most important thing is to know how to stand on the other person's position and think. From there, you can focus on the problems they care about and try to solve them as gently as possible. The best way for two people to interact with each other is to understand each other's enthusiasm. No matter how difficult it is, I still want to help you fulfill your wish. I know what you're going to say, but please keep that feeling in your heart. No one is perfect. Work is not always smooth sailing. In the long run, people can make mistakes. If you know how to change your position and think carefully, the frustration will go away. When you have a real heart to talk to each other, the meaning will be deeper. Every day, we have to face many things that are not in our control, the burdens and the situations that are out of our control. If you can take care of yourself, it's great if you can change those things, but you can't always do it. So we need to learn how to get used to these things and accept them happily. Learn how to be more patient, and patient. Try to look at your life and people more kindly and gently. Don't worry too much if you fail. Let the past go by. Focus on the present moment. Don't need to send up bad memories and fill yourself with them. Learn how to meditate. Just a few minutes of meditation a day can change your life. Inner peace will lead to outer peace and tranquility. People who have goals are usually anxious. They don't have any direction. They just want to have fun. They don't know where to go. People who have goals are always grateful. People who don't have a direction are always angry. They feel that the world is not good for them.
People who have goals are always alert. They don't have any direction, they just want to sleep. Because even if you wake up, you don't know what you have to do. Give life a dream. Give dreams a path. Give paths a direction. Even if you fall, find a way to stand up. If you get hurt, find a way to heal. Life only has actions that bring results. There is no sitting around and waiting for the result to come. Determination is a form of humility. Effort is the attitude one should have in life. Effort is the attitude one should have in life. Do you want to be a humble person or a powerful person? Hey you, teach me that failure is the sign of experience. Success is the sign of courage. Conflict is the sign of tolerance. Failure is the sign of greed. Meeting a lot of people is the sign of friendship. Failure is the sign of humility. Deceit is the sign of sincerity. Success is the sign of tolerance. Deceit is the sign of freedom. Suffering is the sign of happiness. Every day we should learn how to forget the things that make us unhappy. Learn how to let go of the things that make us miserable. As long as there is a tomorrow, everything is possible. No matter how long it takes to find someone, we should be grateful for being alive, being able to feel the sweet fragrance of this life. No matter how strong we are, there will always be times when we are weak. A word of encouragement, a lesson in faith. There will be times when our souls are empty. Even if we sit on the top of success, happiness is love and understanding. So we need to share our feelings. I often feel hurt when life blames me. Whatever it is, just let it be sad. Don't run away. Don't cling to it. When I am praised, I am happy to bow my head. No matter how happy we are, there will always be times when we are miserable. Suffering is the sign of happiness. Every time we live in the ocean, we are in the middle of the ocean. Then we follow the water to cross the bridge. Let's live for the ocean. Let's be sad for the happiness. Everything that comes out is not straightforward, but we have never learned to be considerate before it comes out. Our biggest mistake is to keep all the bad things, the most negative feelings, for our loved ones. Don't put negative feelings on your face because it is a kind of expression that makes others hate you. If you can't control your feelings, sooner or later you will destroy everything. You may never know when you can't control your mood how much you have said and hurt others. You may never know when you can't control your mood how much you have said and hurt others. You may never know how to control your emotions. You may never know how to control your feelings. The one who can change your personality is the one you love. The one who can endure your personality is the one who loves you. Peace. Where is it? It must be far away, noisy, silent, where there is noise, noise, noise. If the mind is calm, peace is. It cannot be denied that everyone has to be annoyed sometimes, causing the mood to become bad. There are people whose life is too stressful. Some have jobs that are not as they should be, and there are people whose love is not as it should be. Everyone uses their own style to ease their negative emotions. There are also people who are crazy, shout, even shoot, hit people to get rid of the anger in their hearts. There are people who are good, bad, have a lot of bad luck because of the situation they are in. People easily get angry because they are used to being stubborn, only know themselves but do not care, do not put themselves in other people's situation to complain. To put it bluntly, it is selfishness. Usually we easily get angry with our loved ones and treat them better than strangers. Sometimes, when we think about their love for us, we get angry and ask questions without thinking about the consequences. On the one hand, we enjoy their love. On the other hand, we do not stop getting angry. We are not selfish. We need to look at our own attitude to see if we should continue like this or not. In reality, only those who lack the ability to control their anger can easily get angry. We all know that anger cannot solve the problem,
But we need to face the unspeakable to calm down, and then find a solution. Think about it. This anger makes us lose so many emotions, hurt so many people, affect so many things. Once the anger rises, there is no way to calm down to get in touch with people, nor can we work normally. Even breathing is difficult. There is no benefit at all. So do not think that the habit of getting angry is normal. A person who cannot control even their own emotions only shows their selfishness and helplessness. Therefore, we need to show our willpower with the simplest attitude every day. Every person's mind is full of kindness. This is also the reason why we are human. What makes us happy is when we see other people happy. Richness in the mind is wealth in the soul. If you want to receive it, you have to know it. Perhaps if you can give yourself a moment to look at your mind, you will understand what life is. You will know what you need to cherish, what is real, who you are, and what you are looking for in this life. It is not to lift up, but to put down lightly. It is not to look up, but to look down. Beauty is not to attract people, but to keep them. Badness is not in the face, but in the way of life. Sadness is not because of the outside, but because of the inside. Joy is not because of having a lot, but because of letting go. Wisdom is not to create something big, but to do something small. Good is not to be surprised, but to be interesting. The measure of life is not time, but awareness and dedication. Sometimes society is not like a mother who loves, cares, and takes care of her child, but a strict teacher who likes to challenge and makes us tired with many punishments. Sometimes society teaches us that crying is useless, and being sad is useless, and sighing is not the way, and being pitiful is not a bad thing. Sometimes society is not kind, and if you don't try, don't think about success. So the pain must be swallowed, and the tears must be hidden.
We are tired and don't want to take it. Because we don't go through the hot and cold life, we don't taste the bitter and sweet and don't experience life. Why do we understand the black and white life? Why do we see the truth and the lies? Who doesn't like a simple life? Who doesn't want to be honest and who doesn't want a happy life? But the reality makes us wake up and we have to change to deal with it. Society is always strict and cruel, so sometimes, if we don't make progress and we're left behind, we become weak and we are pushed to the bottom. The tears and the hardships you have gone through and the sufferings you have endured will make you a different person. So if you're brave enough, if you have faith, then go to society where there is a good environment to help us grow. When you're angry, don't talk, because we can't predict whether our words will hurt the other person. When you're not balanced, it's best to be silent, because all of your words are engulfed by the heat of anger. You don't say a word. The hotter you are with the person you care about, the more you think, the angrier you get. Everyone is different, so it's best to distinguish clearly. If you can argue, it's best not to argue. The hotter you are with the person you don't care about, the more you think, the angrier you get. Blaming others for your own mistakes hurts only yourself. Why do people get angry? Hearing baseless rumors, being stabbed in the back, being misunderstood, being treated unfairly, not being respected. There are times when you can't help but get angry, because anger is a feeling that not everyone can control in life. If you're angry, you should stop talking to calm yourself down. Practice forgetting to hold grudges, taking responsibility, stepping over mistakes, getting rid of pain. Then your work will expand. So will your life, and you'll become more relaxed. If you remember your friend's strengths, there will be more people around you. When needed, there will always be strong opponents. If you remember your strengths, there will be less arguments and more love. If you remember your superior strengths, there will be less hatred. If you know how to sacrifice more, your future will expand. If you remember your colleagues' strengths, there will be less conflicts. If you work together, your work will be more professional. If you remember other strengths and live with gratitude, good things will increase, while bad things will decrease. If you remember your weaknesses, your bad habits will only make you uncomfortable, your mood will be upset, and your life will become more tiring. But most people don't care about other people's strengths. When they see something bad, they immediately feel guilty. As a human being, everyone has a little self-esteem. Everyone has made mistakes because of themselves. As long as you have a little empathy and tolerance, you will see that they are nothing. Remember other people's strengths. In fact, the one who benefits the most is yourself. Remember other people's strengths when there are no conflicts, no arguments. Remember other people's strengths when they treat you better, don't hurt your feelings, don't need to calculate more losses, and don't cut off contact. Remember other people's strengths to help people get closer to each other. If you don't care about others' strengths, don't need to care about others' weaknesses. Life will be much easier.